Creo Parametric 9.0 was released around April 20th or 21st. Hey, let's take a look at 3 of the enhancements in sketch mode. Here I am in a part model. Let me select the datum plane called front and then click on the sketch tool in order to get to sketch mode. Let me go to my sketch view and indulge me for a moment while I create some geometry. Let me start off with a rectangle about yay big, and then let me throw in some circles. I just want to make some geometry that will help me show you some of the new functionality. Let me create a line that goes from there to there. And finally, let me throw in one other line that goes from here to here. Okay, so now I've got a bunch of different entities. If you take a look on the right-hand side of the ribbon, now we have this Inspect drop-down menu, and there are a couple of additional choices that you have. You still have the Shade Closed Loops, Highlight Open Ends. You can see one of my open ends is highlighted. Here we have the Highlight Overlaps, but now we have 2 other different options in here. You can highlight the junctions. When I click that and turn it on, you can see that we have a little highlight down there and a highlight over here. For the next one, let's go to Inspect and then highlight the intersections. And you can see, hey, where my circles are overlapping on the sides of the rectangle, we're getting those highlighted as well. Another one, this is a big one that I think people are really going to like. Okay, this is my first sketch in a model. You can see I have a bunch of weak dimensions, and let's say that these are wildly out of scale. I've got this number over here that is 174 and some change. Let's say I want its value to be 8. In the past, you had to use the modify icon and scale everything. Well, take a look at what happens now when I double click on this dimension and change it from a really big value to a really small value and hit the enter key. All the other dimensions automatically scaled proportionately. It kept my model, my sketch, the same proportions. It just scaled everything else. Here, let's take a look at the different options that control that. Let me go to File and then Options and Options. By the way, let me cancel out there for a second to show you that if you go to File Options, there's now another choice here for floating licenses to edit your floating license settings. But anyhow, let me go to Options. You'll notice that there's also a little bit different way of organizing them here on the left-hand side for clarity. But let's go to the sketching group located in the core set of options. And here we have a bunch of the same things that we had in previous versions, but this option is new. This is the auto scale weak linear dimensions for the first sketch in a model. And this is turned on by default. The corresponding config.pro option is Sketcher Auto Scale Dimensions. And let's scroll down a little bit more in the options list underneath the Sketcher Diagnostics. Normally, highlight intersecting geometry is turned off. I turn it on. That's why it's on over here. And here we have the highlight geometry junctions. If you hover your mouse over the option, in the tooltip, you can see the config.pro option, Sketcher highlight junctions and Sketcher highlight intersecting. All right, let's click the OK button out of there and then complete the sketch over here. So those are 2 of the enhancements. You have the auto scaling and the additional diagnostics. For the other really big enhancement, let me jump over to a different part model that already has some geometry. Let me turn on my datum plane display and let's create a sketch. I will sketch on this datum plane. One of the other big enhancements that you have now are the changes to the project and offset commands. So watch what happens when I click on the project command. You're now going to get a toolbar essentially instead of that little menu manager that opened up with the choices which were like 1 by 1 and loop and I don't know, something else, chain I think it was. Now you have the little information here where it tells you that you can add single, multiple, chain, and loop references to the reference collector, add a chain loop or one-by-one chain of multiple references using the Shift key. If you want to select multiple chain references, use the Control key. Let's take a look at what that means. I'm going to select one of the entities here, and you can see a preview of that entity being projected onto my sketch plane. Now I'm going to hold down the Shift key, and there you can see that the surface loop is being selected. I will left click, and there we have all the different entities being projected onto the plane. Here you can see that we have a loop selection. If I click on this icon to the right hand side, I can review and edit the chain properties. Hey, this is the same chain references dialog box that you have throughout Creo Parametric. Let's click the OK button out of there. And that's good for this first loop. If I click on this icon, it will then convert those into sketch entities, but leave this little toolbar tab open so I can continue projecting references. So now I will select another entity, and once again hold down the Shift key so I get the loop that I want. Hey, let's do that one more time, but this time I'm going to hold down the Control key. Let's select one of those edges, hold down Control and select another one, and just do it a couple more times. That's good. When I am done selecting all the different entities that I want to project, I will click on the check mark, and there you can see the sketch that's created. Let me complete this sketch and then go back and show you how the offset command looks. Let me go to the plane display. Let me sketch on this plane instead. Let me rotate my model around. Okay, so this time I want to offset. I will click on the offset command. Once again, we get this little tab, this little toolbar that opens up, and it says you can add a single chain or loop reference to the reference collector, add a chain or loop using the Shift key. All right, let's give that a shot. Let me select an entity, and I will use Shift, and here I am getting the tangent chain, or if I move my mouse over the surface, I'll get the surface loop. So there we have the entity selected. You can see that right now it's being offset to the inside a distance of 14 and some change. Let me use a negative value to project to the outside. Let me once again click this icon that will create the geometry and keep the tab open. Let me now select, say, this, and then hold down the Shift key in order to get, here I have the tangent chain, and it's being offset 25, negative 25, the same value as before. Hey, let's use a positive value. Let's use a value of 10 instead. And so that's how you can create all these wonderful different entities from your selections. And that's good enough. Let's hit the check mark, and you can see the sketch geometry that's created. So the project command and offset commands in sketch mode also got a major overhaul. So there you have it, 3 big improvements that they made to sketching in Creo Parametric 9.0.